mostly in the field of renewable energy. And since now about 3 years, she's responsible for the R&D on projects for the membranes that are used for the alkaline technology. So that's another technology for electrolysis. And you may know AGFA from the Zirfon trademark for the membranes. And yeah, Anne, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction and for the opportunity to present AGFA's contribution to the green hydrogen economy. In the next 10 minutes, it will be my pleasure to tell you to show you some details about Zirfon, so the membrane which indeed is used for alkaline water electrolysis. But yeah, allow me first a few words on short introduction about AGFA itself. I think AGFA is a household name which is associated with photographic film for over a century. But now the AGFA Group is also a worldwide leader in high-tech industries, growth industries. And AGFA, it originated from the merger of two companies in 1964. It was AGFA, the German company, and GFA, a Belgian company. And then in the 80s, there were the emerging digital imaging. There were emerging digital imaging technologies. They challenged AGFA's revenues, which were really based on photo consumer films, for an accelerated entry into this digital world. And this was mainly done, as you can see here, through acquisitions, but it also challenged AGFA for the development of new technologies, for alternative technologies. And one of these new developments was then the Zirfon membranes, for hydrogen production. This slide gives an overview of the AGFA Group at this moment, and it consists of three main entities. You first have the offset solutions, which offers integrated pre-press solutions for the printing market. And applications are here really all printed matters in our daily life, like magazines, like packaging, but it's pre-press solutions. And then the second one is a digital printing chemicals. In fact, it's a comparable workflow, but then for inkjet printing. So you have large inkjet printers, an assortment of inks, you have cutting tables. And next to that, in this group, we also have film and chemistry-based technologies for B2B customers outside the graphic and healthcare market. For example, synthetic paper, our conductive materials. And here you also can see our Zirfon membranes. And then the third group are the rheology solutions, which offers integrated solutions for the capturing, the processing, and the managing of diagnostic images, so for the healthcare market. So I would say, like the AGFA products, they're often present in daily life, but most often behind the scenes. You don't really see them. Yeah, this is just an overview where AGFA is present. So AGFA is present worldwide, and not only with sales, but also with manufacturing and R&D, as you can see here, which makes that we are very close to our customers. And then some figures to conclude my part about AGFA. And we are present in more than 100 countries with our sales organizations and with our distributors. You can see some other numbers, but allow me to mention that AGFA is very proud about its R&D expansions, which are maintained or sustained over the recent years. So it's we are proud about this. And then I think coming to the point of the presentation of today, our Zirfon membranes, so for the alkaline water electrolysis. On this slide, you can see the green hydrogen value chain, which consists of the energy suppliers for the green energy. Then this one, the electrolyzer manufacturers, these are in fact our customers. So they buy our membranes to put in their electrolyzers. And then you have power-to-X owners, you have the gas companies, and you have the end customers, where you have it for the end applications like green chemistry, the e-fuel, steel industry, and so on. It's already partially mentioned in the previous presentation, there are different electrolysis technologies. I think the first one is the alkaline electrolysis, where you have the 30% KOH solution as the electrolyte and a porous diaphragm. So the conductivity is here coming from the the KOH solution. The second one is then the PEM, so the proton exchange membrane electrolysis, which was already shown in a previous presentation, where you have a rather dense membrane and where the hydroxide, the hydrogen ions are flowing. And as mentioned also in the previous presentation, in this PEM electrolysis, you need the PGM catalysts, so like the iridium, which is rather scarce, for a good operation. PEM and alkaline are the two commercially available techniques or technologies for electrolysis, but you also have two others which are less mature at the moment. You have anion exchange and solid oxide. Anion exchange, I would say it has the potential, or the idea is that it can combine the advantages of alkaline and PEM electrolysis, but in reality at the moment, the performance of anion exchange is not reaching the performance that advanced alkaline electrolysis is reaching regarding ionic conductivity. And on the other hand, also, it's still, a lot of their membranes still suffer from, they still have stability problems, so a shorter lifetime. And then the fourth one is the solid oxide electrolysis, which operates at very high temperature. It can be of importance, I think, when waste heat is available, because then you can go to very high efficiencies. But at this moment, it's still only available at low scale, so really kilowatt scale. And also here, it still suffers from degradation problems, so still short lifetimes. So as I already mentioned, our zircon is used in alkaline electrolysis, which can be both pressurized and atmospheric, and zircon can be used in both. And then here I want to show a picture from the European Clean Hydrogen Monitor, which was launched more or less 3 weeks ago. And here you see for the projects which are already announced by 2024 and by 2030, and for which the technology is known, then you can see here, based on a number of projects, you see that most projects will be PEM, but when you have a look to the capacity, you see that 75% of the projects where the technology is known will be alkaline. So for sure, for the big projects, alkaline will be an important technology. And then let me go a little bit more in detail about our membrane itself. So here you see a cross section of our UTP 500, so our 500 micron thick membrane. So you see here a woven mesh, which is supporting our membrane. And then around you see the porous structure. So the membrane, in fact, the function of the membrane itself, which is produced via a coating and a coagulation process. On this graph, you can see, so it's a typical polarization curve, where you see, in fact, conventional alkaline electrolysis. I mean them with an asbestos membrane or PPS felt membrane. And then you see with the zircon membrane, we reduce the ohmic losses significantly, which makes that we can go to very high current densities, and which can be then translated in or a lower OPEX or a lower CAPEX or lower CAPEX. And recently we have tested our newest zircon membrane, our UTP 220, which is 220 micron thick at Fraunhofer. And they have measured that with this membrane, we can reach current densities which are really comparable with PEM. So, and this presents alkaline as the most cost-efficient hydrogen production system, since both CAPEX and OPEX, so investment costs and operational costs for reaching this level of current densities, or notably their CAPEX is higher for PEM than for alkaline. So especially in the case of large size installations. Then on the slide, on this cross section, you see that in fact there are two more dense skins. It's not really dense; they're still porous, but they have a smaller pores. So they're and they allow that we can reach very high gas purities, and this makes it possible to go with the alkaline electrolysis with zircon also to operate also at low load. So, and this without poisoning the electrolyzer. And this allows also for dynamic operation of the alkaline electrolyzers. So it is possible to operate with a dynamic power input like green energy. This graph gives more or less, I think, the same as the previous one. So it gives, again, the polarization curve, traditional alkaline, and then you see advanced alkaline with ZIRFON, where you can reach then, it can improve the performance with a factor of by 400%. And here is then the comparison. As I said, we can reach then comparable current densities as with PEM, but we need to know for alkaline, no PGM catalysts have to be used, so it will be at lower cost. And a summary about alkaline with ZIRFON, you need KOH, of course, that's known. It is a mature technology and durability is proven, and that's also the fact alkaline. It already exists for a long time, but it's also the case for ZIRFON. ZIRFON is already on the market since 2009, so its durability is proven. As I said, no PGM catalysts have to be used. CapEx is rather low, and because of the pore structure of ZIRFON, we have a low gas crossover, and this allows for the alkaline electrolyzer for dynamic operation. And then still something about our R&D pipeline, because we know ZIRFON at the moment, it's state-of-the-art, it's a state-of-the-art membrane for alkaline electrolysis, but of course we should stay ahead of our competition. So we investigate a lot in research for next generations of the ZIRFON. And this picture is from an IRENA report on green hydrogen cost reduction. And they brought the R&D dimensions back to the 4 main topics: an increase of the efficiency of the stack, a decrease of the operational costs, then increase of the durability, and also a decrease of the CapEx cost. Quite often, if you improve one of them, it has an impact on another one, and not always a good impact on another one. But okay, we try to improve them all. It sometimes also depends on the business case, which one is important. But yeah, and also this table is from the same report. Here you see dedicated for alkaline electrolyzers, some KPIs for 2050. And I indicated here where the diaphragm or where the membrane can play a role. And these are also the topics where we are doing research on. So for example, current density, as I already said with our newest development, our UTP220, which is commercially available, we can already reach much higher current densities, but we are investigating if we can even go thinner without having an impact on other properties, of course. It will also have an impact on efficiency. So that's an important topic. Also, for example, temperature, that's also something we're looking into with our current ZIRFON membrane. You can go up to 110 degrees, and we are looking how we can further improve. So as I said, we investigate, we spend a lot of effort in R&D to reach these targets, but also, of course, to stay ahead of the competition. And then, let me wrap up. I think on the market, we know the decarbonization targets force industries to make the shift, as already mentioned a few times, and hydrogen deployment enjoys governmental support. That's also, we've heard that already. Our ZIRFON product is recognized as the best in class by major alkaline electrolyzer manufacturers. And as I said, efficiency is sustained in time and also in perspective of dynamic operation, that's possible. And we are ready for volume production with our ZIRFON membranes, and as I showed you, we have a promising R&D pipeline. So AGFA is ready, and I think well positioned for a relevant role in the hydrogen economy. So thank you.
Thank you, Anne, for the very nice presentation. It's good to see also the other technologies, because it's a toolbox and it's a portfolio. I have one question for you. Is the penetration of PEM versus alkaline electrolysis, do you see differences depending on the continents, Europe versus Asia? Is alkaline, my feeling was that alkaline was more promoted, more used in Asia, while in Europe I had the impression it was more PEM, but
Well, I should say we have customers all over the globe. So it's not really that we say, okay, it's only Asia or it's only Europe. So we have both. We have them. As far as I know, indeed, like in the Asian in the Asian part, there are indeed quite a lot of alkaline electrolyzer producers. But I think also in Europe, as you could see on my slides, and with the value chain, there are also quite a lot of European producers. So yeah.
Yep, I was just asking because I've read the different points of view, so I wanted to have yours. Okay, so for the sake of time, I propose we move on because I'm trying to snatch a few minutes away from everyone.